waiting on Zed Ray. Okay. Hopefully everything's all right. What's going on, Brian? What's going on?
So yeah, there's difficulty signing in.
But hey, you sound clear, man, and you look good, man. How have you been?
Good.
How have you been? I'll turn mine on too, man. Fuck it, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, it's reversing me, so it's throwing me off.
It's good now.
Oh, it's perfect. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It needed to verify and choose stairs or choose whatever, you know. I'm not a robot, and then it wanted to email the password, and then it wanted to verify on my old phone. So then I had to sign out, sign back into a new account, and do it all over again. Hi. That's why y'all had to wait so long.
It's all right, man. It's
okay,
all right.
Thank you.
Now let me delete this link. That way, fucking clowns come up here, because yeah.
So what did you want to talk about? Because you were saying something about super soldier stuff, but then I didn't know if you wanted to also talk about the situation that's going on.
Yeah, I do talk about the situation that's definitely going on and how you feel about it, and where you know me from the past, and see what they're trying to do is they're doing these like fake protest bullshit, and you know, like they really are claiming they're coming here for me. And I got a knock on the door tonight, and I warned these people before. I said, you're going to be met by my neighbor who's a license to carry, and all, you know what I mean? Like, and as soon as I told him someone knocked, he ran up here, bro, holster and all, hip and all. Like, these people don't understand. I have friends. I'm not just somebody who sits inside my
Okay, so you're saying like they and these people. So I'm just curious, because who knocked on your door, and like just out of curiosity, and who's organizing the protest? Because I don't know.
Well, you got to watch the video. Buddy Rowe has put up videos about it. We rock. August.
I've been busy.
Yeah,
busy, but I'll look into it. Yeah, I'll look into it.
Yeah, well, I've already contacted the police here. It's about to be a hellish storm.
What are they going to protest, though? What may I ask? What exactly are they going to protest?
Because I said the N-word, they're calling me a racist now. You know, and I apologized about that. But they're also calling Square a pedophile, and they're going to his town. So, I mean, it's becoming a cult-like, you know, thing. Because ever since Mama Bird, who is a really, really good mod, which, I mean, I don't have to say anything. And I'll look at my screen and the message will be gone. And I didn't even freaking read it, bro. Like, that's how quick they are to ban people.
Yeah. So they're calling you racist, even though they go after this lady called Birdie and BBC.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because, you know, in the South, there's always that racial tensions and stuff. You know, like I was once in one of those relationships, and I was told that I would be called a zebra couple if I walked into the courts in that area. You know, so anyways, you know, it's just my godchildren, you know, and stuff like that and stuff. So
address this comment. Yeah. Listen, I'm telling you, you better stop talking about Ryan.
Racist. Yeah, I know. Okay.
I'm telling you now, there was another YouTuber that just got sued by Ryan Garcia for opening his mouth about the fucking drug test shit. I'm not going to tolerate that on my screen. Bye-bye.
Things up, but that was
Get rid of these people, man. Get rid of these people for real. Like, I mean, no Ryan Garcia, save our. You don't know the kids. You don't know what you're talking about. Delete your comment. Hello?
Hi.
Okay, no, I didn't know if you froze.
No, I was thinking.
Okay, no, I just had to erase that because Ryan did sue another YouTuber for slandering him. I'm not. I came on and said, I would advise you to stop whoever you are making fun of him, calling him gay, you know, calling him a pedophile. You know,
so those are low roads too. Those are also low roads because they're just taking punches at you. And it's and I listened to the interview that you just had with Square, and I would agree that it is to break you down to a breaking point, but you're not breakable.
No, I'm unbreakable.
I sense that. Yeah, you're unbreakable. I've seen that.
Fucking unbreakable. You're not going to break.
Yeah, behind the scenes, you're unbreakable, and in front of the scenes, I'm pretty sure you're unbreakable. And that's in regards to the super soldier stuff that you were mentioning.
You know about super soldier stuff. You know about who I am because you've spoken with some pretty high ups out there in the community who know who I am and know how dangerous I am when it comes to abilities, psionic abilities. You know what I mean? I mean, you need to explain to these people what you have saw in the sense of me when I get triggered and I get activated. And when I get activated, a storm comes along with that activation. I'm going to tell you that right now. And it's a force not to be reckoned with. And another thing, talking about my priest and, you know, I contacted him out of respect because the man saved my life. But you just stepped into a bad area by speaking about a priest raping children. That never happened. That is an allegation. This is what I'm trying to explain to Square, that there are some big time lawsuits in this whole thing. People cannot just go around making allegations that I'm doing drugs and, you know, you don't have.
Okay, so, you know, the allegations are one thing, but the low blows are just, you know, those are low roads, right? Because Ryan Garcia is, you know, to take the side of the opposition against him, you know, it just kind of feels like a low road. Like, you can't like say that they threw a lot of stuff at you, putting him down for the aftermath of,
oh wow,
you know, what was being said. So that's a low blow, but like accusations and stuff, that's something people are going to do, and you got to be able to just like look past that.
Yeah, but I'm not looking past threats or
somehow.
You know, these people are making hoodies about me, man, like without my permission. And I contacted the company and said, I don't want my face. I did not get permission for my face to be on these pictures. And they're doing it in a sexual way too, which is against the fucking law.
But do they really know you? I mean, they don't.
They don't, but
they feel they do, right? But they go by what they've been presented. So let's say this then. So for example, you know, our first chat that we had, you know, over the phone after I think your interview with one of those higher ups that you're saying and everything, that also had an experience with one of your altars. That night I had an experience with Junior, I believe it was, because it was an unseen force. And it was not in a dream state. It was in the state before dream. You know, you're not going from dream to wake, you're going from wake to dream. And when you go from wake into one of those things, and it's as clear as day, and the experience is very real. But he was testing me. And right. And I passed, I guess. I don't know. It's not that there's a pass or fail. I mean, I just stood my ground. And then he picked me up and spun me 360 in the air in this, obviously, you know, not physically, but you know, in that realm or whatever.
Metaphysical.
So, yeah. So to me, that was confirmation. And I've had other people give me confirmation too. I've never met your altars, I don't believe. I may have seen one of them. I question it. It's an underground, and it might have been something that wasn't quite humanish. I don't know. But it was like in a little layer type of situation at the end of a hallway, like a long hallway, you know, underground, they're all rock and everything. So and because that was during the time that I was talking to you. And it was not that far after, you know, so I never made the connection before, but whatever that was. Okay, so I'm not going to go into details about that. I can do that later, about the layer and different things, you know. It was like a library and stuff, but beyond that.
Yeah.
It was a creature of some sorts too. So I don't know. But I don't know if there's a connection to you or if that was just a coincidence. But Junior was definitely
Junior definitely is, because I played an interview today about Sean Bond. Sean Bond said that Junior, I was, you know what I mean, I was attached to me. And I did a lot of work with Sean Bond in the past. So we've had our little, you know, ups, downs, whatever you want to call in between.
Roller coasters.
Well, yeah, I mean, but he's the type more to understand that because he went through it. He broke through it, and he learned about.
Well, that's the thing too. Is if you're MKU, you're programmed to not get along with each other, right? Isn't that the general consensus?
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. So there's always going to be something, like you said. Once a bunch of us get together, there's going to be a fight, break or something. I don't know, but
well, I don't know. I mean, sometimes we can hold it together, but then it's like, you know, what I call on this side of the table with what's going on a honeypot, just as a joke.
I had that too. Yeah,
they don't understand that that's what Workyverse was trying to do with me. Workyverse was trying to. You know,
I thought you meant the honey. I thought you meant twinning. I thought you meant twinning. Sorry.
No, it's a joke.
I'm like, oh, I've had twinning happen to me 3 times. Yeah.
Yes. But it's a joke because, you know, some of the females, I won't name them because of their names, but some of the females were trying to rope me in, you know, and, you know, give me the sweet talk. But meanwhile, you know, someone else knew what they were doing behind the scenes. I finally figured it out. Mama Bird got on my throat about it and explained everything to me well enough that it was like, wow, okay, what the hell was I thinking? So then I go ahead and I say, okay, I'm going to start speaking to an individual, Square. Soon as that happened, everybody started attacking me. It eventually became, I'm going to ride in August 24th or something. They're coming to my town, I guess. It's what it is. But, you know, I live in a private area. You're not allowed back here if you're a protester. You already know that. And it's private property. Go all up on the sidewalk you want. You won't see me that day. Oh, 15th. Okay, Mama Bird. Even better. Thank you for letting me know that exact date. I appreciate that. But if it's going to go that far, I'm going to get news involved. I'm going to get a lot of people involved, you know?
So you know what though, I'm gonna say too, and not in their defense, because I don't, I have to speak neutrally on some things. They're confused. I think, like I said earlier, I don't feel like they know you, because there are things about you that are absolutely authentic.
Yeah, and they wish they.
And that's what. Okay, but they don't know that. You see what I'm saying? They don't know that. They don't feel like they are, because they're looking at the lies, and they're looking at the game. They're looking at the other stuff, or the history, or the past, and it's getting convoluted with what So that's where they're at, and that's why.
But it's followers,
and that's my neutral.
Well,
but they are taking the low roads, and I haven't seen you take.
Other people are getting involved. Other people are getting involved that had no involvement in this to begin with. Yeah. You know what I mean? My past stuff that they had no business getting involved with. So you got to stop.
Moths to a flame, yeah, or flies to. Well,
what's that? What were you gonna say?
I wasn't gonna give you a great compliment there. I don't think, and I wasn't intending to. I was gonna say like flies to honey, but well, I said I was gonna say shit, but whatever. Yeah, they all come. Moths to a flame. They all come.
Of course.
You can be a flame. I won't make you shit. Moths to a flame. There we go. So
yeah, I'm
and racism too. Really, honestly, like
But they say knitter is the way they say it, but that's okay to say. But no, that's not okay to say, because that word means the other word. You understand? But in all honesty, all right, I will be real. I might be a little prejudiced because of certain situations that have happened to me in my life with that race. You understand?
Yeah, while you're in the homes and stuff, I understand.
Yeah, I was beat to death. You know what I mean? I beat down. They didn't give me clean clothes. They would call me a cracker. You know what I mean?
Remember, everything's kind of like geocentric, I guess. So there are people of color from Europe that have a different attitude, and there's people from the islands that have a different attitude, and then you get people from the States that have a certain attitude, and people that live in certain areas where it's a little rougher that might have a different So really you can't group it all together. But I get to where because somebody from England isn't like somebody that you dealt with.
No, I know.
Even if they're dark skinned, it's just that so it's not like you're a racist. It's just that you've had some bad experiences in the past, and some PTSD is involved, and you get triggered. Yeah.
Well, I don't so much get triggered anymore. What I let loose now is my alters on certain people, and I let my alter go. And Buddy Rowe, it seems like you are on me left and right, and I'm just not giving you the time of day, buddy. So I get
people I've heard of from the people I know personally.
I guess Danny,
Veronica. I can name a couple others, but they're not on our side. I'm just saying they've had experiences with your alters, and they're not to be messed with. They're not nice people.
No, they're not. They're not.
Stay away from me. They've been respectful. But
we have a different understanding. You know what I mean? Me and you have a different understanding, Chad. Honestly, you know what I mean? We have a different understanding.
But I see them overlay over you sometimes. I do see them overlay over you. And sometimes it's in the past it was because of influence. And then there's that one video, man, that you were calling about, and then all of a sudden you went out. Remember I told you? I saw you go out, you went under, and you went to sleep, and then you came out of it, and then you started playing that composition. Sonata or
yeah. Like well, what I did was, thanks to Christopher Jacob. Now looking back at it, right?
That's all signs that those are all your alter. I mean, I know that song,
right?
I know what it's
right.
like.
Well, I had to do that. I was told by Christopher Jacobs to play. He said this to me, and honestly, I don't recommend everybody do this. If you wake up and that song triggers you right away, turn it off until you can actually listen to it. But you have to listen to it fully through. I don't care if you have to hold on to your chair as hard as you can. That is one song that is hard to get through. It's very hard to get through, especially when you have these thoughts or memories, or you're reliving something, or you're even bilocating, which I do that as well, my friends. I can bilocate right into your home, and I can cause mayhem. Not me, but my younger self can do that. I am a programmed MKU. Okay, I am a programmed MKU super soldier / assassin is what I am in the astral. And I've also caused some storms here where there is a video where even when I said all the horrible stuff I said, Sigmata and Veronica and
you can call me by name. That's what I had to sign in as.
Oh, okay. All right. No, I just, because this is cool now conversing like this, because the world needs to know that there is, when you're dealing with a super soldier, like I said, when I tell you bullies is what I'm going to call you guys, because that's what you are. You're grown up bullies. And you're confused. You're confused because
with the low roads in the video today. Yeah, for sure. I mean,
you are totally confused. Oh, there's plenty of more garbage out there that it's just
because there's truth to what you say, you know, and so that's where it gets confusing for them. That
they think it's funny about the yellow brick road. They think I'm nuts and or the Portal to Oz. But do you remember I showed you the map?
I talked to you about that too. Remember?
Do you remember how?
Because you were talking about a portal, and I know of another entrance, I believe. But you remember? Do I remember what?
Do you remember how I was telling you about it? How I wanted to go there? Yeah,
I do remember. But you don't want to go there.
No, I'm not. At that time, I was thinking about it was something I was really thinking about at one point. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we all have had death wishes before, right?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
I've gone walking in the woods by myself, deep in those woods.
I know.
Trust me, there's more that goes on
than what we're letting know.
But
absolutely.
Thank God I'm protected.
Well, that's why the whole Montauk thing, and you know, people are continuously going out there, right? And it's the same people that are continuously going out there every summer. So it's like eventually, you know, they're going to walk into something they're not going to expect.
Is my shadow going to bother you? I feel like it is.
No, it's not
me.
bothering me.
Okay.
It's not bothering me one bit, man.
Right.
No,
I don't want you to think there's something dark looming behind me and I can't fix it. So unless I turn another light on.
You're good. You're good.
There might be, but who cares?
Yeah, who cares? They're around no matter what. But like I was talking about, the bilocation part is it's not me, right? I'll be sitting in my chair and I'll just end up in somebody.
It just happens too, right?
You end up right in their home. You end up right in their home. And, you know, I've had people, Christopher told me that I showed up in his home and helped battle something that they were dealing with. Yeah, I mean, the super soldier topic can go very, 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 very deep. It can go.
I don't think I'm not bilocating then, because I'm popping into my altar and I'm looking out of the eyes and seeing. So that's not bilocation, right? That's something else.
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah, that's.
But I'm seeing another place as if I'm there because I'm looking through their eyes. I remember the first time, whoever it was had telepathic powers because I saw a camera on the wall, and I remember seeing that camera, and the cameras pissed me off, you know, with those type of cameras, and with my mind, I ripped it right out of the wall. I thought, oh, shit, I just got whoever that was in trouble, you know, because I was looking through somebody's eyes. It was my reaction that caused it because
that's a weird feeling. So kind of like,
yeah, I felt bad about that one. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but I've had walk-ins from, you know, at times where it would only last for like a short period. And it was like, but it was not a good feeling because it was like a total different, you know what I mean? Like I felt totally different. Like I did not even feel like me. It was like I was looking through someone else's eyes. But yeah, it was weird. It was really weird. That's happened.
But that's different than the bilocation that you were talking about.
Oh, yeah. The bilocation though is the younger me. So it's like you don't know me from childhood. You're gonna see a whole nother younger, you know, it's a younger me that can bilocate. And I've done it. I've done it a few times. And sometimes I don't intentionally do it. When somebody works up that kundalini and somebody works up that energy in me, that powerful energy in me, it creates a flame. And then once you ignite that flame, that's when trouble comes. That's when trouble comes because one of my altars are going to say, okay, you want to play? Let's play. And let me tell you what, they will play. And they will play.
They're not this realm, though. I don't think all of them are, but they're not this realm. They're not this dimension. So it's not like that. It's an attack in a different way.
Right. Spiritual.
Like you'll feel it when it's happening, and most likely you'll see it when you close your eyes. But you'll
he'll be in your dreams. He'll be in your dreams for sure. So be careful what you ask for and what you wish for, because I did it after the hoodie. I did a meditation on that, and I let Danny free. So Danny can go wherever he wants right now. And the reason why I chose Danny is because maybe he can help the situation a little bit. But I'm not going to go nuts. That's for sure. I will not go nuts.
You know, I got confirmation with Veronica too the first night. I have experiences. These aren't like the only 2 experiences I've had in my life. Like this isn't, you know, but it's also not something that's I close my eyes and my imagination is all of a sudden an experience, you know. I don't visualize. So and Veronica, I saw Astral. I never been to Astral really before or something, and I didn't know it was so animated. I've seen it a couple times now. But there's this little fairy that was so effing pissed off at me with fangs and like little fiery eyes. And as soon as I closed my eyes to go to sleep, she was right there in my face. And I was like, whoa. And she got really big for me like this and leaned back and showed her fangs and got really fierce. And I was just thinking, I don't get intimidated. So I was just, I'm like, please, you know. But you know, life went to hell a little bit after that, of course, too. So they do attack you in weird ways, even though I wasn't very intimidated by her. She was letting me know, I mean, you're on my radar. And that was after my first conversation with or interview thing with Veronica back in the day.
Yeah. Well,
so I do get confirmations. Higher selves come to me.
Yep.
Not yours yet, but I just mean higher selves come to me and stuff like that sometimes. Usually when we're going to have like a fight or something, I don't know what it is, but they show themselves to me to say like, you're going to go through something with me, but I'm real, you know?
Yeah.
Do you believe it? Do you believe in those background people?
Background people.
Mm-hmm. Holograms, background people without souls, just walking around.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't want to, but I'm wondering.
I absolutely do.
Through the hypnosis world, they swear by it, and through
you know,
the psychic world. But
yeah,
I wonder,
yeah. Well, I mean, you got to think about some of the things that are said, you know, out of a person. You know, nobody in their right mind would ever bring up priest of mine, brought up my sister, her name. They made an account out of who died of cancer. I mean, you know, but then
the priest, the gym. I don't know who was sending all the stuff to the door too. Like,
I don't know. I think it could have been that one person. Who knows?
Because okay, they heard you lie or something like that, so they think everything you say is a lie, or they've caught you in a couple, or whatever it was. But you have your reasons for saying what you say, and sometimes you're messing with people, and I know how you operate a little bit. And so the thing is that well, shit, what were we just talking about? You got to bring me back because I was talking about. Oh, you can't go back. I see what you're doing. They don't want me to say this. Okay, I know what I'm saying. So the thing is that it's confusing to them, but with what they're doing the same thing though by taking the low roads, because like they say that they're trying to help and they say that they're trying to, maybe they reached a precipice, where they've now gone, away from that opinion, but when they take these low roads, who knows? Because it's not valid. You can't attack Ryan Garcia and use him in the ways that they've done to get to you. Those are all low roads. I don't.
Those are those that are going to get.
Those are the bullying. Those are the things where you have to you have to go out of your way a little bit, you know, and
Ryan will
I
see
mean, I
that.
get what
Trust me, he will. He
I would
subbed to my
imagine.
YouTube. He subbed to my YouTube.
I would imagine.
So trust me, he is watching. And I do think he is coming in on an alt account because he's nervous about what you people are going to do. And you just keep acting like it's not him, but it really is him. Because the funny thing is he'll come in for a few minutes and he'll be gone. He'll say, I'm just checking up on you, Rocko. And he's out, gone. You don't even see him anymore. You know, like I haven't seen, I'll see him every now and then he'll pop up. If it's the real him. But I guarantee you it's the real him because we're subbed now. He subbed to me now. And he sees that I speak highly of him. And you know what? If PEDs were such a problem, then why are they allowing people to use performance enhancement drugs? You understand? And Ryan didn't even hit. Ryan, even Tank Davis, he's one of the most, he's the pro. He is a professional. Said there's no way that he took enough for it to be a failure. He won't even take VADA testing anymore. He won't. He told VADA, kiss his ass. He's not testing with him anymore.
That's what I mean. It was clearly that the bad side was attacking him, you know, like the Illuminati, the rich, and all the people that are trafficking. You can sense them, feel them. At least I can. I mean, I could. The hairs on the back of my neck would stand up when I drove through Hollywood, through where those people lived.
And they're called
every house looked like a psychopath's house to me. But you know, if okay, you want to take those people's side and just to get at Rocko, that's where I'm just like, you know, you're hurt. Like I work on morals, ethics. You know, I try to like do things right, not be right, but you know, focus into what's right and stuff like that. So the low road kind of gets me. And then, have you mentioned anything about their father recently? I'm just curious.
Not recently.
Okay, fine. You mentioned something in the past, and they did a song, and that felt like okay, they were doing an eye for an eye, but it was almost like there was a slap and then a punch that followed. You know, like it was like whoa, that's a low blow. But then now they've done it a second time, so this is just really trying to get you to break. And if that's what they're trying to do, you don't.
They're sitting there saying I wasn't feeding my.
You can have a full upstairs tantrum. Don't get me wrong. And we've all seen that, but I mean, you don't break. You don't break ever.
Yeah, but that tantrum is dangerous because
I know.
then
It's an upstairs tantrum, and that's because of a child that was hurt. Upstairs tantrums usually happen at an age below 4, but that's a sign of MKU.
Well, yeah, that's what funny you say below.
And it's also the area you grew up in. You know, I remember living in Brooklyn near Coney Island, and there's some very loud discussions. Let's call them.
I literally grew up.
It sounded like Archie Bunker and his
hour away from Montauk.
Yeah, I know.
Hour away.
So I'm used to it but it's from that area. So there's a combination of two things going on there, and
it's horrible.
I've been to Brooklyn. Yeah, I know. but it's something you work on. It's something you work on, right? And it's.
Oh yeah, I mean it's something you work on, but it's very dangerous at this point.
Yeah, I know it's dangerous, and Square was pointing that out to you a little earlier. Remember, I tried to point that out to you before too. I'm like, you know, if you hit someone, I'm like, they got you. You know, that's the things that scare us because it's like, yeah, I know you want to. We all want you to, but it's like, but you can't because it's like this is how they bait you, and you just
right.
And that's what they're pushing you to do with this song.
That's why I never watched the video. And you know, you were not the first person to say don't watch that video. And I didn't, and I'm not. I'm not. I'm not gonna watch it because, that's my dad. Maybe I took a swipe at you before in the past, but I'm a lot stronger now. And all the lies and manipulative bullshit, you're gonna call CPS. I don't feed my children. Little me, that is none of your concern.
Yeah.
You need to back the fuck up off of me for real. Because I'm telling you, I'm gonna get a cease and desist on you. And you will not even be able to mention my name. If you mention my name, you will get in trouble. It's coming your way. Trust me.
So Rocko, let's say, I'm going to just say something. A father like you, just because you don't see your kids for 7 months, doesn't mean that you're a bad father. It means you're.
No. I saw my kids. No. I don't know what you're listening to, bro. I was seeing my kids.
They said you didn't see your kids for 7 months when they lived right across the way. But I'm going to comment to that, okay? Because I know there was a period of time when you didn't see them very much, and it was because you were in a depression and you didn't want them to be around you.
Yeah, but it wasn't no 7 months.
So yeah, okay, fine.
Months.
It wasn't 7 months, but it wasn't like you didn't want to see them. You didn't want them to see you. I'm pretty sure that's what was the situation in that frame of time, or whatever was going on in your life. You weren't in a good place, perhaps.
Right,
I don't think it's because.
But we're not there right now. We're in the fucking right now.
Yes, I know, but I'm speaking to what the things they're talking.
Yes, bro. We're talking about.
I get where the past is, but what I'm saying.
No.
Oh, but listen, Rocko. But
buying their new stuff. You're buying into their new stuff. That's
not at all. No, I'm just saying they're bringing up the past right now, so that's why I'm speaking to it. Not that.
What they're bringing up. Mm-hmm. They need to shut their mouths because they're constantly going at me. And I got back on YouTube. I was with my kids for a while now. I'm always taking care of my kids. I've always made sure they have fucking food on the table. I've done a lot. I'm not
disagreeing. I'm not going to argue you on you being a good dad. I mean, I'm not going to.
Okay,
say that you're not. So
little me, I'm banning him from the chat. So that's that. He's a goner. Get the fuck out of my chat, you piece of shit. I don't like you, dude. I do not like you. I despise you.
I can't see the chat.
No, I don't know if you can or not. If you go over and see comments, it's right there. No, I'm not.
I hit it and it brought up the screen earlier.
I made a mistake. Mama Bird caught me on it. I'm not talking about my kids anymore. I'm not. We're leaving that alone.
I got you.
Let those fuckers talk about it. Let them
I hear you.
Put it up.
But I just wanted to say that if you've ever had a bad daddy moment, it wasn't because you didn't love your kids. It was because you needed to take a moment to yourself for perhaps a reason. If that's even the situation, I'm not saying that was ever the situation. They're under their impression it was, though. So I'm just going to comment to that, and then let's leave the kids. Yeah, let's not bring them in this at all, because I hear you, Mama Bird's right.
Man,
Mama Bird's right.
I will never fold for you, little me. I will never bow down to you, brother.
Don't break.
If anything, I will break you. I will break you. I will send an altar your way right now.
You're triggered now.
I will meditate and I will allow that fucking altar to come to you, bro. And I know how to make people's hearts stop breathing. I know how to do things where I can fuck you, bro. Hard fucking core. If you want to keep going there, I will show you what an evil motherfucker I can be from underneath them dirty fucking.
Hey, remember what Square was saying, though.
A Montauk, okay? Call it what you want to call it. I'm done with you, you clown. You cult leader who follows. Everybody follows you. And your followers are a bunch of box of rocks in their mouths. and probably incest too. Now, what do you got to say? Not a thing. I'm talking to them, him.
You know what? Can I comment on something now? Just because I think it'll clear something up, even though it's just going to be a little insert. Jacob Waters, I think, made a comment about me in regards to you, that your moderator believes everything you say. And no, I don't. I know when Rocko is doing what Rocko does, or when Rocko's speaking the truth, or when he's,
and Jacob also talks badly about me behind my back.
But the littles don't, you know what I mean? And that's where they get confused. But I do. And it's not that I do believe everything. I understand that, you know, I see what I see, but I know there's authenticity there. And so that's what keeps me around.
See, Mama Bird, I like that.
And you're pretty authentic too. You wear your, you know, you wear your emotions on your sleeve.
Well, these people,
Mama
Bird just said it. Call them anything you want, Rocko, but please try not to make threats because she has been through it too. If you don't battle back, they're not going to stop. They're not going to.
Now, the threat you were making was behind the scenes, though. It was not a direct.
Oh, let's
just clarify there too.
Physical.
Yeah, you're talking about not your alter, and they're going to think like, okay, split personality. You know, we're like I mentioned before. This happens in another place, in another dimension, or whatever it is.
There's a few. There's actually a few.
I've seen them. Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, you've seen them. From
some of them, I've seen some. They let me see them sometimes. But it's so overwhelming that you can only get a glimpse of it.
It's hard to deal with it. I'm telling you, they're
going to. That comes in with music. It's just like, whoa. And then you don't see it anymore. But yeah, I hear you. The threat came from behind the scenes, not. Yeah, so there you go. So anyways.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Legion. That's what Sean Baum was explaining with me. It was kind of like the Legion. I have all these, you understand, these voices telling me, Rocko, that, you know what I mean? And this is not schizophrenia. This is spiritual stuff. I am a real super soldier, whether you want to believe it or not. Okay. I don't care if you believe me. I don't give a shit. But when everything that us super soldiers have been talking about starts to truly happen, don't come running to me for answers. Because you know what? I tried. And I've also taken flack because of doing it. I've taken flack from the system because I'm trying to get homes shut down that don't belong open because they're abusing children. I don't just say save our children. And, you know, yeah, I mean, y'all just mind my business. Like how many hours I'm on YouTube. Has it ever occurred to you I'm getting watch hours? And, you know, I leave my computer on and I'm playing music and I want to see what trolls show up in my chat so I can knock them out so I don't have to worry about them. Because on StreamYard, I can block you. And just get rid of you. And you could just screen record all you want. I mean, every day you screen record me just sitting here listening to music. It's the most ignorant thing. And then if I dance or something to a song, you make fun of me. Like, you know, grow up. Grow up.
Yeah, I miss your lightsaber dancing though.
I'm not doing that
in the winter. I know, but in the winter time it was pretty cool with the snow and the
that wasn't
music. Yeah, I liked all that stuff.
I'm not a professional victim. I don't consider myself a victim. I'm a fucking survivor, little me. That's what I am. I'm a survivor, whether you want to believe it or not. I don't steal people's stories. Actually, people have stolen my fucking story, and you don't know what you're talking about. And there you go. That's true.
Oh, I don't know, actually. Yeah, because I'm thinking it is true. Yeah, because Yeah, I know the people. Yeah.
I said a lot of things, and then okay, you can call me a victim all
There's
you
a
want.
lot of horrible
You're
people in that world.
you're the fucking delusional one, little me. You're so delusional, and you know what? You're convoluted. That's what you are, and you're like septic. Every time I see you,
Well, no, but you remember that's what I was saying earlier is that there's that confusion between authenticity and what wasn't. And so because I know what it is, I can decipher it.
Your buddy, I can wait.
Not people that just
rebuttal this crap. Don't rebuttal with him. Don't rebuttal with him, man. Don't even rebuttal with him, because he's gonna tell you a bunch of lies and show you a bunch of chopped up shit. I'm telling you right now, it's all chopped up. I've sent it to the detectives. You know what, little me? I'm telling you, if you don't fucking leave me alone, man, I'm gonna make sure that you get a knock on the door by fucking an attorney. Like, for real. You fucking piece of shit. I don't like you. I don't fucking like you, bro. I hate you. I hate you. My alters are raging inside right now. They want you so fucking bad, man. One of my alters said he wants you so bad. He wants to meet you, little me. He wants to meet you. He wants to see how tough you are, boots on the ground. Yeah, call me a victim. Call me a victim. I'm really a victim. That's why I have a lot of interviews out there with people that actually, when I was in the communities, until you guys decided to go to different communities and try to destroy my reputation with my account. You guys don't realize I'm not who I used to be. I have been spiritually cleansed. Okay? You guys have spoken about a priest that has no dog in this fight. But I'll tell you what, you brought his whole brotherhood into this because they're not happy now. They are not happy now. And they could very well be in this chat under another name right now, documenting everything. So
I've seen their show before, right? Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
No. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. And he is not, and you know he knows his stuff. And he is a very pious man, and he's very respected around the world.
See, that's what I'm saying about the low blows. Is there's all these damn priests out there that are so disgusting, and then to go and do.
You're going to talk about a man who walked in front of.
Yeah, it's somebody that's authentic and real. Just to get a shot at someone is a low blow. But
he brought
but like I said, there's a precipice, and they're clearly, taking. They're going to try and get you to react.
Just hit
or
me
respond.
Up. See, they want you to hit them up so they can lie. So they can lie to you. See ya. This is good, little me. Keep coming in under your accounts, please. That way I can block every fucking one of them. I'm done with you, little me. There's no talking here. You understand?
What is he saying? What is he saying? Because I can't.
Oh, he's just trying to, I blocked him out. He's only, you'll be able to see him yourself probably because
Comments, I don't. Okay, over here. I see it now, but then okay, yeah, good. Oh, I see. Oh, hi. Hi, Mama Bird. She says hello to me I'm Zen in the chat sometimes. Or Zen Ray.
Yeah, Mama Bird is a good person.
Zen Ray Q or something like
She's
that.
helped me out a lot. Mama Bird has helped me out a lot.
I don't know who this person is, but I just know the presence,
No, Mama Bird. No, Mama Bird is the one who got me away from Workyverse. This was a whole troll, okay? This was a troll that was going on. And what
That,
they were
that was too, wasn't it? Yeah, because I heard that whole video.
Yep. And it was a troll. And shout out to
Okay,
Square.
so you've acted before, and you've done punking or whatever it's called, punking, and they were punking you or whatever. So it's I mean it happens. Not that it happens. I just mean that it's not just you. It's not fair. I mean, two wrongs don't make a right. I think that's what I'm trying to say. My earbud's gonna die, so I'm gonna take it out.
Okay.
Can I stand up?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, man. The altars are just ripping through me a little bit. I apologize. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just wanted to make sure I'm not echoing.
You sound a lot better, actually, without the headphone in.
Oh, good. Because that was annoying me. All right, good.
Yeah, it does. I used to use headphones, and I stopped because, dude, I would pull it out, and my ears would start ringing. And lately, I've been getting a lot of earrings. And with super soldiers, when they're getting earrings, it means there's about to become something. And I'm going to tell you something. I was so angry the other night when that storm whipped through here. It ripped a tree completely out of the fucking ground in the back of my house. Okay? My altars were raging inside after I saw those hoodies of me. But it's okay that you guys do stuff like that, right? It's okay that you put me and Ryan Garcia on a hoodie now, kissing. Oh, boy. I can't wait till he sees that. I guess one of you guys are asking for his left hook because he's the type of dude where he might just roll up on you. And you're in California, little me. You're in.
Oh, because then they'll have his billions. He knows better.
No, they won't have his billions. He'll roll
have somebody else do it.
Floyd. He'll roll up with Floyd. He'll roll up with De La Hoya. He'll roll up with his team, man. No, I'm not kidding. He don't play around. And they'll say, all right, tough guy, you want to fight me? He's at that point where he's calling people out, man. He already called Earl Spence out, man. Devin Haney is brain dead, bro. The dude is brain dead. After he got his ass handed to him in that ring, they're now trying to go after Ryan and say, oh, because it wasn't even a gram. It wasn't even enough for him to do any kind of performance. You understand? Where it would do anything with his performance. Not to say that the kid didn't gain weight, you know what I mean? He did, but Floyd Mayweather told him that's how you have to do it. You have to bully weight him back a little bit. You understand? Because that's what Devin would do. Devin came in. They didn't say this until it broke in the media. Devin was over his weight fight night. So there was no stipulation on the overweight. But because Ryan beat that ass, because Ryan got up in there and made you all think he was crazy at everything. And he had the whole world spun. But who's the one laughing now on podcasts? Who's the one buying porn stars rings and then breaking up with them the next day? $1 million ring. And then they're like, oh, what, do you want the money or do you want the ring? But no, I don't want it. And he even said, if I have to retire boxing because of this shit, oh, well, I got plenty of other things to do. Ryan is a smart man. Ryan is, he's not a pedophile. I have not read anything like that. I haven't. All I've read is Victor Conte might be going to jail like he did the last time for feeding baseball players peds.
Yeah, okay. Can I say something now too? Because I think that's something else that they've said about you is like, oh, Rocko's saving the children. Rocko's saving the children. Before they came into the picture, I remember you sitting there and listening to all the calls, to every child that went missing, you kept track of it. You'd contact, you'd go out, you'd help look. I mean, it's something you've always been about. It's never been, it's apparently not a fad, because it's been around. You've been saying it for quite a while, the whole time and it's because of your childhood. I realized that.
But little me
to
doesn't
throw that
believe.
at you, Rocco's
Little me thinks that I'm playing a victim. He doesn't realize that I did go through all that torture in the foster care.
You went through some, yeah, you went through some of it.
I went through a good percentage of it.
Yeah, I agree.
Badly, pushing rocks up hills. I'm fighting for kids. I've called in. I couldn't even get a word in. All they want, I've been going at it. I've had ex-cops, try to contact and communicate with me. I've had a lot of different organizations reach out to me about this stuff, man. I was a cash for kids. I was a cash for kids.
Yeah.
Plain
the people on the inside, you watch, you send me the videos of remember that leaked, the leaked emails, I think it was, or what was it? Oh, the leaked Zoom. That's what it was. The leaked Zoom call with all the judges, or not judges, sorry, but
they were guardian litems, and a couple of the judges. The judges, all of them resigned that day, and so did all the lawyers. So if this is not true, why would they be doing that? And it's just so funny that the guy was sniping that video and he got it, and they all of a sudden got a call from a judge not even 5 minutes into or 10, 20 minutes into the video. They did not even get a call.
You know what, though? None of those people are doing time, are they? They just changed their names.
I don't know if they are, or they quit their jobs.
Yeah, they resigned
to another. Right. But then they can get rehired. See, the problem is they possibly could be rehired in a private type setting. You know what I mean? That's another thing I looked into. And some people can just go get a home, like Circle of Hope Girls Ranch. I had friends in that community, and I lost them all because I know people were going over there and telling them all my past, and they're traumatized victims.
And like I said, in the other community, they fight. And I've even okay, so I don't know. There's certain people I don't talk to right now in that community, or I stay away from. Certain people I do talk to, and that's very, 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 very few. That's like you and Veronica, and then there's a couple others that are behind the scenes and other stuff like that. But I forgot where I was going. Sorry. It's been a long day. I've had to do the holiday, and then I had to be out in the sun working. I've mowed, I've weed eated, I've leaf blown, I've raked, I've pulled weeds, I've brushed out the horses. My brain is gone. It's the sun mostly, though, that gets me.
Yes.
I had to go to the party and everything. I didn't drink anything, though, but still. Okay, so what was it?
No drinking. I remember those days.
Yeah, no, that. I forgot what I was saying, Rocko, whatever.
So it's like he is a fake, just like you. Ryan says he had evidence of child rape on his phone, but still haven't showed the cops. He is making money off kids being abused. Not true at all. He actually donated, I think it was a couple million, or 10 million or something, to another country to try to help kids. And he split it between both sides. So I don't believe that he supports that. He always says, pause, no Diddy. You know, he's got pictures of Devin Haney in a swimming pool with P. Diddy. I mean, does any of that make any sense? Like, the Haneys are horrible. They are horrible. They, you know, Devin is, Ryan said it, his hits were like pillows, pillow punches. So, you know, he's a good fighter, they say, or whatever, but I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. I saw more of a bull come out of Ryan than anything. Ryan was just had all that anger built up, and Oscar kept telling him, save it for the fight, save it for the fight. You know what I mean? Save it for the fight.
And Rocko, so even if like he did, let's say, shoot himself up with a shitload of steroids and went in there and was kicking Devin's ass or whatever, Haney's ass, and isn't it his father's place to catch that and pull his son out? You know,
yeah, it was his father's place.
So his father.
That's what I mean.
In there, so
that's what I mean. But Devin even came in heavier than what he was supposed to be. You understand what I'm saying? Devin is heavyweight. You know, he did not look good this time around.
I didn't watch.
Well, it's a pretty interesting fight. Ryan cracked him. Ryan cracked him in the first round with a left hook, and the doctor said if he would have clipped him just well enough, he did it quick. You know, he said, but if he would have hit him right in the, you know, he was aiming for that spot, but Devin, I guess, moved a little. So if he would have clipped him the right way with that left hook, Devin would have went down on that first hook. He would have went down on that first hook. A doctor explained it, how there's a certain part of the brain and where you hit them, you know what I mean? It rattles the whole brain and throws the whole chemistry off. And Ryan's dad has said it over and over. My son's got a killer left hook. You get hit with that hook, you just better not. And he even said, do not go into the center of the ring with my son. That is the wrong move. You're giving him open range because he's going to come firing at you. And Ryan, I noticed when he throws one and he connects, he goes with either an uppercut or a try to hit him in the, you know, the side. I mean, and he you know, Devin kept trying to clench him. When you watch the fight, you're going to see his father should have jumped in there after the 5th round. Because Devin was clearly not.
Okay, yeah.
You know, clearly not. I mean, I give it to him. He took it all the way to the 12th. But he still got his ass handed to him to where he could not even go to a press conference. He had to go right to the hospital. Ryan broke that boy's jaw. And I saw he got a little bit of an eye up. Yeah, he bruised him up. He bruised him up. I mean, there were other boxers that were looking at it like.
So little me is still calling you a fake. Is that what I just saw in the comments?
I don't really care. Yeah. That's all he can call me. But he'll see when it all goes.
After I just got done.
No, Sigmata would not be interested in a hoodie.
Two wrongs, you know, and one's you can't point at each other there and say you're wrong when you're wrong. You know, there's been low blows and
no, Sigmata will not buy a hoodie. and stop with the hoodie stuff because you're gonna make me. I'm telling you, I'm gonna find out who you guys are and how you got the shirts made, and I will be going after pockets. I will. And that I can promise. That is not a threat. That is a promise. Because I did not give you permission to put me on a t-shirt. I did not give you permission to use my name. I did not give you permission for any of that. Any of that whatsoever. I thought the storm. I thought it was about to storm again. We were supposed to get rain.
That's the difference between us, I think. I'm not going to engage or like argue with bullies or do anything bullshit like that. I'm above that bullshit, especially when I see them taking low roads. I mean, whatever it is, but you do take the bait every time. And that's somebody I just listened to on Veronica's channel pointed that out about you. Brian Sang. He said you guys were friends, and he says, but Rocko's a good guy, but unfortunately he goes after the trolls, in each community and stuff like right now.
I don't know
now because you're ignoring it, which is good, but
I don't know Ryan. Who's Ryan?
Brian Sang, TSEN.
I don't know him. I don't know him.
You do.
I don't remember
his name. He's he's Asian, and he has a purple hat on in his Facebook profile, remember? And a purple jacket. You'll remember when you see him, because I remember.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I remember us talking about him. I may be saying the first name wrong. But he pointed that out about you too. We wish you wouldn't, but that's part of who you are. And that is what it is.
Oh, shit. Well, anyways, yeah. But I'm not a fake, though. That's for sure.
You have things about you that are very authentic, and so and all those, but with them taking the low road, they've had to fake some of that stuff. So it is what it is. It's just back and forth. But they can't be mad at you when you're doing the same behavior, I guess. Not the point of trying to make you break, because you don't break. Well, they're trying to make you snap. Okay, is there a difference between breaking and snapping? Because to me, mental breaking is going crazy. But I think they're trying to make you snap, and that's what people are worried about. Can they make you snap, like to go physically do something, right?
Depends on what code they hit. It goes by source code,
Yeah. I'm telling you, I've had heat exhaustion today, or not heat stroke, but different things going on today. And yesterday and the day before. Happens every year when summer kicks in here.
Allergies, yeah.
No, it's the sun. I have to stand out in it and work all day. So it's, or not work, but like be busy.
Yeah. And yeah, where you're at, it's pretty hot.
It's getting there.
Oh, it's getting there.
Yeah. And I'm not too far from that place that Ryan Upchurch talks about, Truckee. It's about like an hour away from me. And that's where a lot of kids go missing. That's where they had like that police station. That's where he's making connections. That's where that girl went missing in the lake. Or not missing in the lake, but was found in the lake. Went missing and was found in the lake. But I'm further off the mountain, so it's a little hotter where I'm at.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I get it. I mean, I grew up around these mountains, and they're a little different.
Yeah.
But isn't it everywhere? I mean, there's always. I think there's something going on. Every city has underground. I mean, that's obvious. And we didn't build them. We didn't even build these stupid cities, anyways. But the undergrounds are there. Because like I had different experiences when growing up, because I moved around a lot. I was never in one place for more than, let's say, 5 years or something. But at each new school, it was like I was not programmed, but we were meant to go there. And I would be like twin flamed a lot of times, and at each location or something.
Yep.
But my family just moved around a lot, in other words, and stuff like that. But but I don't know what that is. I don't think we're meant to know.
1 second, I'll be right back.
Yeah, because I think it happens on many levels.
Many.
Yeah, physically, and then I think there's other things out there that kind of do it too. Because I'm also a little bit of a contactee. Like I've had contact before, not physically though.
Right.
I think I've had contact 3 times, and one of them was a reptilian. That was the coolest experience. But they've always been very formal. There's usually a process involved that requires quite a few of individuals helping out or whatever behind the scenes. So.
Yep.
When I get contact, what happens to me is I start hearing radio stations. I hear like an AM. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, I don't have a clock. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
I'm listening to a sports game and it's all fuzzy like AM, and then all of a sudden I can hear everybody's thoughts and it sounds like an auditorium. And then I can hear communications coming in where they're starting to connect, and then I get the visitation or whatever, usually an altar or something of mine. Not an altar, but I guess it's an altar, right? Yeah, I guess it's an altar. I know I have altars.
Yep.
But they don't come out. Yeah, they come out in my teenage years a little bit, but not so much in my adult. I don't think. Because they overlay over you, so but one time that one took me over, and that was I think I was going through knife training or something behind the scenes, whatever that would have been. Yeah, because I ended up chopping up the drawer, kitchen drawer, or hacking it up.
Yep.
And I remember doing it, but I wasn't quite there. Because I remember my mom asking, "Who the hell hacked up the kitchen door?" I was like, "Not me." Everybody was, and then all of a sudden I remember, I'm like, "Shit!" I remember sitting there just going like this, the knife over and over and over again in the kitchen, because those are rough years in your teenage years. I might have gone through that whole program too, because I used to have to separate from my family, go to another room, and then I would have fits of rage go through me, where I'd have to punch the bed and just scratch and bite and just get it all out. Those were rough years for us. I'm lucky to be alive. I know my mom considers me the strongest person. Other people, my sister, I think my father, one of the strongest people they know, because I've bounced back from rock bottom so many times, and I think that's what we do.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not breakable, but I know you're not breakable.
No.
I'd like to think I'm not, but I know you got a reputation
You're not, man.
for being unbreakable.
Nothing will break me.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So is it super soldier? Because we've discussed that before. Was that a past life thing, or was that a this time thing? It's weird.
It's definitely this time. It's definitely this time.
But on the other side, there's no such thing as, I don't know, time works differently, so it gets confusing. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, there's several different aspects to it and several different levels. They can use me in this, current state, which they do. You guys with the probe stuff, it's
Yeah, they're just into that kind of shit, man.
I swear. And by the way, I already had Filthy Animal already has said he sent a package to me. So that will be received by the law enforcement when that's delivered to my house. I will not be touching it. I will let them go.
Terrorist threat? Was there a bomb in that package? I would turn that over to the police right away, Rocko.
Let's get
put on that right away.
Oh, I am. Absolutely, I am. And I'm going to make sure little me's name is said. I'm not playing around.
About things being
going down. One of you are going down because you support
authenticity.
Workyverse is Little Family a part of. Okay, Workyverse, they all work together. Every fucking one of them work together. It's a cult. It's a fucking cult, is what it is. And God forbid if you try to be friends with somebody they don't like, or they think in their fucking minds, which we already know, your son is alive. And,
Well, we'll see, because I just opened myself up, so we'll see what happens there. I mean, if that's what you're saying they'll do.
Well, that's what they do. They're gonna try to convince you otherwise about me. That's what they've done to other people, and other people just listen to them like that they're God or something. It's a joke. Yeah. I mean,
because they talk about mental illness and different things like that. Okay, let's go ahead and bring that up. And there's two ways to look at it. There's the physical 3D monkey mind version of it, and then there is what goes on behind you at the demonic world and all that stuff. There's not a whole lot. Well, there's things we can do about it. We got to cleanse every day, like you said. You cleansed, you got holy cleansing, but that's only good enough for how long? We got to constantly.
No, I had exorcism prayers. No, I'm not dropping the link. You're not coming.
Get them gone, but then they can reattach. So you always got to be like clearing that shit away, especially if you're doing stuff that pulls them back in. But that's what you mean by 5D chess or something when you're saying 5D chess, because he may want to come after you, but he's not going to do it there. He's going to go meditate, connect, and send it your way, you know, and that's the way those witches work too, but we do it in different ways. We have, you know, super soldiers, whatever a super soldier is. I don't even know that name. I just,
you know of it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe there's a super soldier and then there's maybe something that I was part of that was different. I don't know, but I've seen different versions of myself. But to call it a super soldier, I'm not a super soldier, you know. That was something that, but I'm connected to them, I guess. They're part of me. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they took part of me to make that thing or whatever, you know, when they do that stuff. And people don't realize, like,
they can be
we can
dangerous.
get real with this, you know, and we can but why would we with people who are taking the low road? You know what I mean? I'd understand if this person is completely not authentic and completely everything you're saying, then okay, fine, you know, go at it. But that's not the case. I don't feel. I've had my experiences and I can go by those.
I already said this is a one person link. I'm not dropping another link. I don't know you. I don't want to know you. Forward for life. You nonstop want to go at it with me. It's not going to work. But yeah, a super soldier is somebody who's trained to kill, trained to do whatever they're told to do, go on missions. Right, you know, it depends. It's whatever they want. You know, it's. I can go and lay my head down right now, and if they want to take me to a place where shit can get ugly, like a hell realm or a fucking, you know, another realm that is gonna bring out a part of me that is not. And you won't even be able to recognize me. That's the whole thing. That's just the whole thing. A lot of us super soldiers right now are going through it. I mean,
yes,
a lot of James Ring.
If AI hit a switch, I mean, Veronica, me, Tom, you, I don't want to go through the names, but everybody's going through it.
You people better look up the word or the man named Peter. Oh, you probably won't find him. But the insider is very hard to get in contact with. I
wanted to be mean and say, so how does it feel to be a tool, trolls? But I'm going to be nice because I don't want to attack. I could get fun too, but
don't worry, Rocko. I have talked to Zin already. I will make evidence ready to show how fake you are. I haven't done anything other than what I've apologized for fucking 17 damn times in a fucking row. How many more fucking times do I got to apologize, man? You guys are really asking for me to meditate to some fucking enigma and send it your motherfucking way, boys. Do you really want this? I'm warning you right now. Do you want this type of heat? Do you? Because I'm about to fall into a meditative state. And when I fall into that meditative state of mind and allow my mind to get inside your fucking head for real, I'm gonna do it. First off, I'm gonna put you, let's hold on. Let's do this. I'm gonna do a little something for you guys. All right. We got a box, right? All right. So I'm gonna put you in that box within several other boxes. and I'm going to throw 1 trillion mirrors in there, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on a etheric shell, right? I'm going to lock the door, and I'm also going to lock the lock to that box. And you will not be able to get out of there. Trust me. It might not happen right now, but somewhere down the line, you will see exactly what I'm saying. Shut, lock. Now, I just performed something on you guys.
Okay, because that's fair. I mean, you didn't use any words, so you weren't casting any spells. You're doing it all in your own head.
Mhm.
You're not using anything physical. You're not freezing their name in ice or doing anything like witchery. Yeah, so that's fair.
You asked for it.
I've done some healing remotely that way. Unfortunately, the technique I use causes the people to hate you afterwards.
Yeah,
And it did. And I had to use angels. I had to use Melchizedek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used those type of older ones. The older ones, like it's not Archangel Michael. It was Archangel Michael.
I will get Sarah R. Adams involved if I have to. Because remember, y'all make fun of me with the Max Spears stuff, but me and Max Spears' mom are very close. And Max Spears,
You shouldn't go near Max Spears.
yeah, do not fuck around. You're fucking with me, he might pay you a visit.
Or one of the others that I don't know. But yeah, you shouldn't.
Somebody's going to. I have a lot of soldiers behind me, even though we battle here in the 3D.
A lot of people loved Max Spears.
And a lot of people like me in that community, they're scared of me, to be honest, if you want my honest opinion. There's a lot of people that do fear me in the community. Like,
well, that's the thing in that community too, is you got some people that are doing some shady ass shit, like James Rink. Okay, let's say for example, but he's authentic. He does have, he does have, you know, he's been, but
well,
he's also,
boys,
he's also a little conniving, little son of a bitch right now. So it's like,
well, I think I'm gonna read on that. I'm gonna give you a good read on this. I do believe James Ring has been replaced.
oh, I get it then. Okay, I hear you.
Because either it's that or
okay,
it's Brian was saying or whatever, but I don't know. I don't see.
Yeah, I should say as it appears.
It switches with James all the time. Mm-hmm. So it's like with me, it's like, okay, when they replace me with something, you know, it's the same person, right? You're looking at the same person, but all their attitudes, behaviors, everything changes weirdly and quick too. James Ring.
Yeah, okay. Are you talking walk-in or cloning?
I think something with cloning with James, to be honest.
Okay.
Because don't you remember he did some interview with somebody talking about that? He has several clones or something.
Yes. He's even the hockey guy.
Yeah. Yep.
He likes to say he's Gabrielle too.
I think James,
could be.
Is
but he's a shady little SOB right now if he is. I don't care if he's got a halo and wings behind the scenes.
No, I feel like he's, yeah, there's something definitely going on there that shouldn't be. I don't know about you, but I feel
money.
You know, that's what a lot of people have been saying. So.
Oh, you were saying something else. Okay, I remember you about the thing.
Yeah.
I get it. The other thing. Whew, the other layer. Yeah, that's true.
Other
Okay.
layer. And I watched Legion. Sean told me to watch it, and I watched it, and yeah, that's kind of what it's like. It's kind of what it's like.
I'll have to check it out.
Some people would be like, well, why would a male have a female altar?
Yeah, I've had that.
You know,
They did that to me.
Because they do it. That's what they
did
do.
it to me. I've seen her. That's one of the contacts I had.
Mm-hmm.
And that was very confusing to me as a child for them to be switching that altar or putting that in there.
Yeah. I often wonder why they did that to me. Because I had one come at me.
With one because the clones come out either female or male. But this stuff that happens behind, I don't know how far it goes and what technologies are being used and what, you know, like I know there's certain things being done here on the planet.
I know AI is,
and then there's other things that go on in that next little layer right there, you know, that we can't quite, you know, and that's where I think a lot of my stuff came from.
Yeah.
Was I picking up one night?
What's James doing now? Arguing with Arkeen and all of them?
I haven't watched him. I don't watch him. I can't stand the way he talks.
Oh, so he's talking bad now?
James Rink?
Yeah.
He just talks passively, and I don't like that. He puts a soft, and to me that tells me you're lying or you're just trying to act like you're a nice person and talk extra kind, and I don't like that. I just there's something in the way he speaks that doesn't rub my subconscious says don't listen. But I have listened to him before because I wanted the stories when I was trying to figure myself out. You know, was going through that world.
His evidence is, I mean, yeah, I do believe he was a Montauk boy. I do.
You do remember Miss Montauk?
Well, I mean, he did meet up with Preston and all that. So, I mean, who knows? You know, who knows? Really, who knows? Like, I mean, I can't say. Sometimes I question myself at times, you know, it's even though it's true.
Yeah, it could have been.
We still question it because it's like,
and it's just carrying over.
I remember this. Why am I having a hard time remembering certain things, you know? And then when I either
I forgot that thing a while back, but that's part of the heat exhaustion. So, but when you lose your memory, it's gone. It's like shit. There it goes.
And they'll do that in the middle of the show. They'll do that to people.
Yeah, but mine's from the heat earlier. I
know. They just like sometimes that happens.
Just a little bit of all sorts of stuff. But I'm doing fine now.
Shit. Yeah. You know, ghost and
from my beard. From my pup.
How is the pup? Sleeping?
He's sleeping, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a little rattlesnake right outside my door. It was right by my foot. Little, with one little tiny button. I sent you a picture of it on your messenger. It's in a little.
Oh, wow.
I can't, you know, I don't want to kill things.
Yeah.
I don't have a hair. I got to stop picking up my. I think it's a hair coming off of my lip and curling over that didn't get shaved off.
That stuff sucks.
Too much information, but yeah, rattlesnake right out my door, and because I did a lot of cleaning out there today, you know, to get ready for their party and stuff, and then
yeah, it was today was
Memorial Day. I didn't know it. I'm so bad with date and time. I just knew they were having a party for something, but then I figured it out. But yeah, it stirred up something, and it was like I walked out and I looked down, and it was right by my foot. So I got lucky because those things they don't know how to control the venom, and they don't make noise, and they don't really know to run either. So they're kind of like you don't know what you're going to get from them. But I have them in a little I'll go release them down the road, where there's no residences.
No. Yeah, that's crazy. Hmm? Yeah, they don't have no sound, like no sound.
Man, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to get into it, but I was out there with flip-flops and shorts and no gloves, and I was just going to town on everything to get it ready really fast. And now that I saw that snake, every step I take now, everywhere I'm looking, I'm like, crap, it could be in my house. I leave my doors wide open all day long. They're both, I love the open air. You know what I mean? All my windows are open.
That's a good positive energy in.
Yeah, I know. And the rattlesnakes. So I got to be careful.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've been in this house before, not while I've been in it, but I've heard stories. So now, anyways, that was a fun experience. It's a cute little guy, though. I put some water in there for him.
So you've spoken with Veronica too?
Often. Yeah, she's recovering right now. Like I said, she has the cancer. Everybody's getting hit with something.
The cancer, wow.
She's still healing from the surgery, first one. So
And then what?
I think tomorrow I'm doing a show with her at 3, something like that. But it might be on someone else's platform. I don't remember where it's going to be.
That's cool. That's cool. That's good. She's doing shows again.
Yeah, she's got a little. I think she can sit up now a little bit, but yeah, she's in her healing process, and it's one day at a time. And it's not a healing process. She still has a little bit of fight ahead of her. So it's all.
Yeah, we all do.
But we're all going through. It's all coming at us full force.
Everyone.
Coincidence. There's some freaking AI up there that's just controlling everything, and it just flipped a switch on us, and it doesn't care because it's heartless.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the thing I get is that they need to build us stronger, and that's all I get. But I'm gonna punch somebody when I get out of this body and I get to the other side. When I meet my guides, I'm just like, enough is enough. Don't know if you're feeling that way.
Well,
enough is enough. We've had enough. Well, at least at my age, because I'm older than you, so I've been dealing with this a little longer. But
I could be,
But you've had more intensity, so it.
Well, or it could be past life. It could be. It's so crazy because of how fast time flies. It's like what you know what I mean, and then being taken back 20 years or whatever. Like that's kind of interesting in itself. Like, because sometimes I'll wake up and I'll feel like it's been years, and it was only 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, you're ones that are still active, right? Because mine was mostly before the age of 15. Most of my stuff that happened was before age 15.
Yeah. Well, mine went back
16, 17. That's when it kind of phased out. 16, 17 is when it kind of phased out. But yours is still ongoing. Different blood types too.
It's gotten a lot better. It could be worse. I'll tell you that much. But I don't suggest anybody play around with altars. Because sometimes the altar will just slip out itself. I've seen that. I've seen, like I said, going into a meditation. All different kinds of things. And,
How long does it take you to get into a meditation? Or that's...
I gotta get
right
really relaxed. Yeah, it can take forever.
because I haven't practiced in over a year. I gave it up.
And then about 15 minutes to get into a full out. But see, like certain people, they'll use psychedelics and you know what I mean? Like, and they'll really go into a meditative state to trip out. I'm not saying I'll ever do that.
No, but that's casting a spell on yourself. Yeah, it brings you there, but a spell has always got something a little genie.
Yeah, well, that's what Sean Bond explained. He said,
Yeah.
when you take psychedelics, yeah, that you're going to deal with that. You know what I mean? You're going to deal with the positive, but you're also going to deal with negative.
So the OBEers talk about it, the authentic ones, you know, that kind of leave the body because, okay, drugs just open you up and there's all your demons. But when you leave your body, guess what? There's all your demons. And it says it takes about a couple of years of leaving your body and facing your demons before you're able to get beyond them. It takes like 2 years. And then once you do, but they're talking some interesting stuff about realms and planes and different things. And they're coming up with diagrams, like AI generated art that depicts what they're seeing, you know, because like drugs will give you a little bit of an influence. Lucid dreaming, you know, you're only a percentage there. Remote viewing isn't 100%. There's inaccuracies there. But leaving your body, they say you step into something that's more real than this. And I've left my body a couple times, but it was a wind tunnel, so I don't know what. I didn't get past the demon part, apparently. Actually, I tried to go through a wall, and that's when I bounced back into my body. But I did see my neighbors. I was in an apartment, you know, dirty laundry all over the floor, so I'm pretty sure.
You saw
You have to lay there a long time without moving to leave your body, and so I only done it twice. Anymore, I start to snore, so I got to figure out if I can do it on my side or whatever. Because when I lay on my back, if I go that deep, my throat closes off or something.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you do it like in a reclining chair? Would be awesome. I bet you.
I've done it like that before. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have, and it is pretty awesome. But with me, it's just like it will happen. You know, it'll be like,
Yeah, I know that with you. I think that's why I was asking. I think you can just flip under.
It happened. Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the being used. Or I'll just put on like a Beethoven song or something if I really want to push it. You know what I mean? Because of the frequencies and the, you know, the music itself is just, it raises your vibrations like crazy. So I understand now. Yeah, I don't like the song, but if I really want to get to another reality or I want to do what I want to, you know, like try to, you know, bilocate or whatever.
Yeah, it's an anchor for you. It like helps you get under. I think.
Unfortunately, yeah. What's another one?
But not that gateway stuff, because that stuff they say is there's stuff they slip in. Oh, actually, I've listened to it before, and I could tell what they're slipping in. And I remember them saying, you know, create this, do this, do this. There's all these lessons, you know, you go through it, and I'm like, I'm not giving something that I don't know.
Gateway?
Yeah, Gateway, the Gateway experience with Hemingway.
Oh,
that, you know, that's starting to get into some of what they're doing with our biosphere and stuff like that, I believe, which goes beyond V2K, voice to skull, and goes beyond certain.
That's the other thing.
Going with our auras.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, but yeah.
When you get that sucks.
But yeah, don't listen to those tapes. I don't know. People claim to get a lot out of them, though, but there's certain things in there, like they say, okay, they get you in a deep state, and then they say, okay, now invite something in that has a lot of knowledge to share or whatever it is, you know. And I'm like, Yeah, I ain't inviting nothing into this energy. That's bullshit. No way. I would say, hell no, stay out.
Yeah.
They try and program it into you, and you just open yourself up to any entity out there.
Right.
And then they slip it in you.
Exactly. They just
You gotta be careful, yeah. But the other OBE stuff is pretty cool.
OBE.
Yeah, but that's the father of it right there. I think is Hemingway and Hemisync. That's what it's called, Hemisync. It's a patent that they have on. It's like the way they play music in one ear and then play it in another ear, and it makes it traveling from ear to ear, and they do all that kind of stuff when you're going under, and then they play with your mind that way, and then they start playing certain frequencies to shut down the frequency of your mind to go from alpha, beta, on down or whatever. And then, but not delta for me. I don't go out on those people. I don't think I've ever gone out on one of those tapes, hopefully, because that's what you don't want to do is fall asleep to them.
No.
Everything they say can freaking go in. But I do want to kind of practice that stuff because they do got like a nice little diagram of all.
When you think about Greg Bornstein,
that name I don't know.
You never heard the interview with me and Greg and Sean Bond? It's pretty much about how Sean, he talks about how I have attachments with Junior or something along those lines.
You visited me, I know.
And something else, that I could be a grand chess player. Yeah. Like
a literal chess player, is that what you mean?
No, grand chess player. Like one of the big time chess players.
Okay, got you.
In the Game of Thrones, in other words. Like in the game of, the world, the super soldiers and, battles and, think about inside our planet. Sean claims that we have dinosaurs that are actually inside, I believe, the planet. I wouldn't doubt it.
And the giants. I don't know about dinosaurs. I mean, I think they were dragons, or something like that. And I think they kind of took the bones of those things and kind of made the dinosaurs and made up bones to complete them. But maybe there were dinosaurs. I don't know. I know there's reptiles, though, very large ones. Right. I think they are underground now.
They're under Montauk.
Not completely, though, man. They're in our national forest, too. People have talked about, are there raptors running through that, on those hidden video cams, trail cams and stuff. But people go missing in those national forests and they can't find a trail. It makes you wonder.
Same thing in Montauk is there people go missing still.
Yeah.
And nobody finds anybody.
Yeah. That's what's happening up here at Truckee, too. That's what Ryan Upchurch was pointing out that one time, or a few times. I used to go there as a child and swim in this place called Soda Springs. It was kind of neat up there. Big, huge trees, lots of logging, all that kind of stuff. But something weird goes on up there.
That's everywhere we go.
Yeah.
I believe.
They have tunnels under these Sierra Mountains behind me, too. That's where they channel the waters from the lakes up above. They claim to have built those tunnels, but I think they built passageways to those tunnels that were already there.
What do you think about Arkansas? from what Jesse Ventura, that house, remember the other night on the live?
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty interesting, I must say.
Yeah. Yeah.
It had me intrigued to a point where I was like, now I got a new, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't know if I'd ever do it because it'd probably be dangerous, but.
Well, I'm just really grateful to those pilgrims with their shovels for building all our subways in New York City, you know, those underground tunnels. And those things keep
Oh,
going.
yeah, that too, yeah.
I used to go down them at night.
Central Park. Underneath Central Park, there's supposedly a huge operation going
I
on.
didn't go under that one. I went under one in Brooklyn. I'd stop at the stop before mine, and then I'd go wait for the train to take off, and I would because they watch everything on cameras, and I would just slip, you know, away off of the aisle, and then I'd go, and then there's stairs that go down. But it's pretty cool how that city is, you know, it's built up and everything, but it also goes down.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure the town I live in too has tunnels. Salt Lake City for sure. Forget that city, man. That's all about tunnels. A lot of kids go missing there too, but I'm sure. I think Missouri too. Honestly, when I was there for just that little bit, I got to see some of the architecture, and I saw, okay, there's definitely societies here or something, you know, or there's a lot of the buildings are old school, so they're going to have underground access and stuff. So that's probably why so many kids can go missing.
Yeah.
It's either underground or they're using their UFO technology or whatever it is to do it now. I don't know. I think they've adjusted. Remember, there's somebody that was deciphering that in one of those Men in Blacks. Yeah. Saying they're letting us know that they're no longer doing it on the farms with the farmers. They're doing it through UFOs. And that's why that's what Ryan Upchurch was pointing out with the galaxy and them saying illegal aliens or aliens or, you know, I don't know, whatever, extraterrestrials, I guess. It's interesting. It's an interesting theory.
Very. There's a lot.
Fortunate one because it's probably accurate. And that's a little scary to think they can just take you.
Imagine, right? It's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, we got to save the world so we don't have to save the children, and that we'll save the world by saving the children. We'll do it that way.
Absolutely.
We can start by well, not just rescuing, but homeschooling them too. Jeez.
So have you quit cigarettes?
No.
No.
Mm-mm. I've cut way back. They're a friend to me right now, I guess, and I don't feel like I got any friends around me, so I got to process this in my head because I can put them down and go without it for a few days. You've done it, you know. But then I just say, you know, I just need something in my life in the morning a little bit and at night, you know, just a little bit of friendship. And my cigarette was my friend, my closet friend for a while, but not right now.
Yeah.
No, it's my public friend.
Public.
So I'm gonna try and give it up here soon. I just gotta process it in my head. What it is that I'm using it for, because I really actually don't want to be smoking. So it's just the habit at the moment that I got to break.
You ain't kidding. Me too.
The doc prescribed me Shantex, but I don't know that I want to take it because I can just quit. And I'm like, well, quitting for me isn't the problem. It's like I need it for something, and I don't have that in my life. You know, lone wolf doesn't really get friends around him immediately. So the cigarette, you know, takes that place. But so can a book, so can writing, so can anything else. You know, we just got to reprogram ourselves.
Sleep, whatever. Yeah.
Sleep's important, man, for sure.
So how have you been sleeping? Great.
You know, I never took medications before, but because I had to take some just to balance myself out a little bit a few months ago, due to a anxiety situation that I went through. I took a sleeping pill for a little while, and I liked that because I would be tired in the daytime a little bit, I noticed, and that kind of bothered me. But I noticed I got the sleep I needed. Oh, I got 10%. And then yesterday I didn't take any, or the other night I didn't take any, and I woke up at like 3:30 and 4, and everything that was unfair and unjust, my past, I guess that's what that is, playing over and looping in my head, looping in my head, and then I go to my future, my past, you know what I mean? And then I'm like, damn it, I need that sleeping pill probably still. I don't want to be dependent on those things. I just need to get through this little, you know, thing I'm going through, whatever. This little segment that we're all being attacked.
Oh, I'm getting it from every fucking angle.
My boys were at work, so
Yeah. Which that was fucked up to begin with.
and now it's got to go to the state. Now it's, you know, all that fun stuff. But yeah,
All that fun stuff. What time is it by you?
it's 11. Oh, it's late there. It's 1 o'clock, huh? I got 10% left. My thing's gonna cut off. You know that last 10%. Sorry,
Yep.
I'm getting restless.
All right, man.
I can tell. I think it's all the little flies the light is calling in because I have my window open. That wasn't little.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll talk soon, man.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Have a good night.
Talk tomorrow. All right. You too.
Sure. Peace.
All right. Take care, everyone. Thank you.
There is something strange about this picture of Devin Haney. But what is it? What could it be? This man knows what's strange about this picture of Devin Haney, and so do we. And after watching his video, you will know too. Soon you will also know the significance of this picture of Ryan Garcia. There is something very bizarre going on here, and we now have a public split between two sides in a peculiar case in boxing, the Devin Haney side and the Ryan Garcia side. And now you get to hear things from the perspective of an insider. Pay close attention to what you are about to see and what you are about to hear, because it will likely change your perspectives on one of the most important conflicts in current boxing history. To begin, I only want you to think about one word, because that word is the most important word of this entire segment. Wait. Devin Haney just took his first official loss at the hands of Ryan Garcia on April 20th, 2024. There was wild controversy leading up to this fight, including serious threats.
And I'm sending my son to go kill him. It's going to be a homicide on April the 20th.
Insults.
Tomorrow, the world will see that I'm levels above this average fighter.
And weight problems. Ryan Garcia did not make the official weigh-in limit of 140 pounds. Devin Haney weighed in at 140 pounds, and Ryan Garcia weighed in at 143 pounds. Ryan Garcia paid 7 figures to Team Haney for the 3-pound discrepancy. The Haneys took the financial settlement and agreed to continue with the fight with no problem. Although Ryan missed weight, most observers thought that the 3 pounds would make no difference, because most observers thought that Ryan Garcia was simply outmatched in this contest against Devin Haney. The Haneys clearly stated the 3 pounds would not matter.
At any point, did you consider not taking the fight, considering he missed weight by over 3? Of course not. It don't matter what weight he came in. I'm a true champion, and I will show it.
Here is where things get very bizarre. After the embarrassing beating Devin Haney took from Ryan Garcia, the narrative suddenly changed. Devin Haney mentioned the word weight multiple times post-fight, alluding to the idea that weight was the reason he lost.
He didn't make weight. I'm still the champion.
Many fans and sports analysts began to even say that Ryan Garcia cheated, or Ryan Garcia had an unfair advantage, including retired professional boxer Timothy Bradley.
Ryan went in the ring with an advantage, people. It's all about this. You step into the ring, you have an advantage over somebody that actually made the weight, and it was a tough way in for Devin Haney. That is victory right here. I'll give you credit for it, but with an asterisk next to it. I'm telling you right now, guys, my man cheated. He set this up.
Here's where all of the problems begin. Were the circumstances of this fight really unfair? Or is this case deeper than what lies on the surface? To find the answer, we must look at none other than Devin Haney himself. You're about to see something here in greater detail than you've ever seen. Let's take a look at Devin Haney's history of fairness and weight through his last 4 opponents. This is the weigh-in between Devin Haney and his last opponent before Ryan Garcia. Read his progress. Did you hear that? What did he say? No, you missed it. Play it again. He said, "You're too small." This is the weigh-in between Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko. Can you read lips? He said it again. "You're too small. You're too small."
Devin Haney saying you're too small. You're too small if you're reading lips. I don't think
This is the weigh-in between Devin Haney and George Kambosos. Are you reading?